We back at it. We're changing the narrative. My co-host,
cool as I want to be.
I'm World War Polo, but on this show, I'm Bull,
I'm bringing the shit,
and we living up to our name. We gonna kick this. We gonna get straight into this. You know what I'm saying?
Secret.
We've been doing our homework. We gonna give y'all a real game. This is a real official game. He been giving all the topics. I think he was like saving y'all a little bit. I'm going to dunk on y'all. You feel me? Like, at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So I want to start this podcast off with women leading the arguments with their feelings and emotions instead of truth and logic. Like a woman could be dead smack wrong, but because she feels or she wants her feelings to be respected or taken serious, then that's like, it's like, all right, you did something completely wrong, but I raised my voice when I was correcting the situation. That has nothing to do with the topic at hand, but logic, it just seems like it
escapes them.
It don't even enter the building, or if they smart enough to know that they can't beat us with that. But we're living in a time where we have to kind of succumb to their emotion and not be too rough and not be too manly, and I think they play that to their benefit. I think they be swindling us.
I think the only time they go that route is when they wrong. But when they go that route, when they start going with emotions and my feelings, and they don't use logic and truth, when they wrong. But when they right, woo, and they pin you, they got all the logic and all the truth in the world. Like, it don't make sense when they got you pinned in that corner. The logic work.
How many times have you ever been like in an argument with whatever female that you involved with, whatever level? It could be a coworker, it could be a boss, it could be your girl, whoever, right? Do they actually lead with logic? That right there, that's what I'm saying.
I'm trying to think.
It just seems like to me, right, the best way for...
Their logic work when I'm wrong. It worked fine when they putting 2 and 2 together. That motherfucker work.
Man, women use... The best time that women, to me, use logic is when they try and get you caught up on something that you might have been doing with another woman. Like, when anything that you have, if you tell them... Like, for example, right?
I think that's... I'm not even going to put that on women, right? I'm going to just say, I think that's a trait of a person who... the trait of a person who just gets caught dead to rights. Because you got niggas who would do that shit, too. You got niggas who will get caught lying and start crying. And I know...
Nah, I ain't going to lie. I got to see that.
You gotta see that?
Yeah.
Oh man, I trust me. And niggas will bring it with the water work. They get caught lying and start crying. And women do that too. I call them crocodile tears.
Nah, I'm just saying it's kind of more expected I think it's like when you for women to do it.
Right. Yeah, I don't think they you can still respect the woman after she cry. After you as a man, you start crying, they not really going. They gonna get to telling their friends and all that.
I don't even think that men should share their emotional feelings and stuff with women like that. I don't. Make sure y'all tap into this podcast. We're gonna go deep. So, I got another question, right? How do you feel about women? Okay, my version or what my understanding is, or how I see women look at success is education, money, materialistic things, I guess, but the man is not included at all when it in their viewpoint of what what a successful woman looks like, right? And because it's never made mention that it's very important to have a dude, like, because like at the end of the day, like, women are competitive with each other. Like, you could have two women, this is what I feel, you could have two women and they both got like elite kind of like positions, jobs and money and stuff, but it don't matter who got the biggest car. They can both have nice cars, nice houses, but if one don't have a man, then they don't have the same status as the other one, you know, who is doing it without the man. Whereas though if the shoes vice versa, a man, he has status. His status is built on his work ethic. It's not actually built on the woman that he with. Like if he got a woman, it's cool, it's super cool. But if he don't got a woman, it don't take nothing from it. Whereas though to me, I feel like if a woman don't have a man, especially a man like some type of status, like a good dude, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It brings her quality down as a woman because like a woman these days to me is saying like they want kids, but they don't want men. Like, you know what I mean? And then they make the little boy, you know what I'm saying? They make him the leader of the house.
The boyfriend?
Nah, the little child. The son. The son. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and tell me this. What's your thoughts? Because we got to get active, right? What's your thoughts on dealing with women with kids? Should they put their kids before you? Like, say like you've been with them for a minute. I get it, not in the beginning, you know, but say,
oh yeah, that's boy, keep filming.
we filming.
Yeah, good, my fault.
What's your viewpoint on how a woman should treat the dude that she really into, that she could see actually maybe a future with, or actually worth actually worth putting some time to, but she got kids?
Yeah, I feel like once you accept a man as the leader of your house, that's it.
Do you believe that women accept men as the leader?
I think that's on personal values. I don't want to sit here and say, well, majority of women.
If your money not right, will they accept you as the leader?
I feel like when it comes to leading women, it's either in you or it ain't. And I feel like it's not in the majority of men. So it makes it seem like it's a lot of women out there who can't be led because there are not a lot of leaders out there. And that's what I honestly feel. Because whatever we feel that is wrong with society as men, we are the leaders. So wherever we are in society, we have led them to this point. So what I'm saying is, if we feel like they're off and they're this way and they're that way, if we call ourselves the leader, we got to accept the responsibility of them being led wrong.
Now, I get what you're trying to say, right? But when you talk about men being the leaders in this world, you got to exclude, black men out, because we are targeted in so many aspects.
I understand that, but the world don't care that we targeted, and the world don't care.
I get that part, but
don't care.
But not.
It's a cruel world.
Yeah, cool.
So we can't say cool. Like the white man is.
Nah, that's cool. But we gonna go back to the thesis, right? Yeah. Because like, in all actuality, we can't not answer the question at hand because we have a better statement, right? Because women in so many on so many levels are, they have been led. I would say even if they've been led wrong, they have been led to a certain way. So we can't just change the fact that this is where we at. All right, however we got here, all right?
Right,
now we're here.
Gotta reroute our way out.
And this is what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about how we got here, okay? Man, we jacked the bread. I agree, right? But we are here now, right? So fixing the problem, and say like it's you a dude and you into a woman right? Mm-hmm. And say she got a child, she got 2, she got 3. It don't even matter. She got a child, right? Her being based on maybe the things she done meant.
I got a question for you. Who's the leader in relationships, right? Who's the leader? Who's supposed to be the leader?
The man.
Right. So if I have a company and I say I head the company and the company fails, it's my fault as the leader, right?
Right.
So can I say it was the employee's fault? Can I say it was the janitor's fault? Because I did the hiring.
No,
and I did everything.
No. Yeah.
It's my company.
Okay, listen.
So if it fails,
but watch
or
this.
If this woman becomes out. If this woman becomes whatever, I hired her. You understand what I'm saying? I'm leading this outfit.
That's a cute.
And if it go wrong,
that's a cute analogy.
If it go wrong, but I should accept responsibility for this relationship or for my.
Okay, now we accepted responsibility, right?
Right.
It's time to fix the problem. See, what you just did twice, right? It's not gonna be redundant, right? You done got us to the well. I in both situations said the man in both situations. All right, so now we done got beat up on. All right, cool. Now let's fix the problem, right? Because it's more about solutions with me than actually who did it and why, right? All right, who did it and why is important. Only reason is important because when you go to fix the problem, right, you have to go to the source of what malfunctioned and broke down so that the problem can get fixed. So if I'm sitting here saying,
so you're asking for the solution of?
No, I'm saying more or less, but because if a man does something, then it's our job, if we're trying to provide the solution, to start the problem with fixing it, talking about the man. But women, if a woman done something, then even though, we men, we shouldn't be, jumping on them, the problem also has to be, wherever the problem malfunction is where you're supposed to start getting it fixed. Now, what I was saying to you is, right, when this is very crazy. When a woman has more than one child or one child, all right, and I only said it.
The original question was when should you I forgot the original question. God damn. The original question was when should you
The original question going all the way back was, to be honest with you, do women find basically having success without viewing a man as part of what makes them successful? That's where it originally.
I got you. I think those are personal values. No, you know what I think? I think for real. I think a lot of women. It's like a lot of women. They won't say that they want. A lot of them got like a lose. Now I hate to say it. They got a hold on.
Women need men.
They gotta. Yeah, of course, and we need them. I think a lot of women got a loser mentality.
Get out
you feel what I'm saying?
We
I think.
Need them.
Listen, they got a loser mentality to the point where it's like, if they don't get what they want, they'll say, "Oh, I don't care about being married, and I don't care about this, and I don't care about that." When they'll say that, but they don't mean that.
Do you think marriage is important?
It all to who? Not to me.
I'm talking about for us the society. This is not a me you thing.
Oh yeah,
society. The overall goal in a relationship, should it be marriage or should it be baby mother, baby father? Because at the end of the day, sex gonna keep taking place. Certain things gonna keep taking place, and without marriage even being on the table, that means the highest relationship a man and a woman can possibly go to is like being going together, a girlfriend, boyfriend. Is marriage important in our society anymore? And if so, why is it not being practiced more?
In my opinion, I don't think marriage is important. I think the connection is important, but I think we got so attached to the party that we're not really thinking about marriage.
I think that marriage is definitely. No, I don't.
Listen to me.
No, I heard you. I don't understand what you're saying though. What I'm saying is, I feel as though marriage is, regardless of how a person is, where they at in their personal life, I think the overall goal of our community or the society should be marriage, because without the proper upbringing of the woman and the man kind of working together, the child don't really. I think that has a lot to do with the generations to come. If a person see that their mother and their father, try, I think marriage is way bigger than just two people living in a house together. You know what I'm saying? Like when children is being created, I think that marriage is definitely something that should be one of the biggest factors that a couple should work towards. I think that we look at it as a thing in the past, but and if you really want to see like the success of like the black people in our community, you go back to like the 60s and the 70s, where marriage was like.
Right now, we live in a capitalistic society, and you got to understand
money
the society.
Is more
listen to what I'm saying. You got to understand the society you live in, and in this society, marriage has become a contract where it don't benefit certain people. Like right now, there's a lot of women that don't even want to get married because they make more money than their husband. You get what I'm saying?
But
so what I'm saying
is, what community?
But listen.
That's not happening.
You gotta let me finish your point. You gotta let me finish one point.
I'm trying to let you finish.
So what I'm saying is, marriage itself is good. What I'm saying is the bond between two people should supersede marriage to the point where I'm saying like people are wanting to just achieve marriage and not a lifelong relationship. I be feeling like once people feel like they achieve marriage, it's an achievement. Like, all right, I got married.
How many people you know in your age bracket that's married? For when because you saying it like this is something that's popular, and I don't see it as something that's popular at all.
I'm saying what I'm saying.
I haven't been to a wedding. I've been
to a few weddings.
But what I'm saying
is, my friends married.
What I'm saying is, right, marriage is not something.
It's not for me. But go ahead, finish.
The hypocrisy, whatever.
Hypocrisy.
See, as long as you know what I'm trying to say. Mm-hmm. Listen, right? What I'm saying is, it's not even something that's made mention. It's not something that's made to be important. Like, what's important is getting your joint wet. That's what's important. It's not important for no level of responsibility that comes with like even down the road, niggas don't even look at like when I'm 30 and 40, I'm gonna get married. That is not something that even is looked at, is frowned upon. And I'm saying our community because in no other community that I see that where marriage is downplayed as much as it is in a black community. White people, they get married. Spanish people, Africans, they get married. Everybody except for whatever they call us, like African Americans or whatever our kind of black people, the ones that
and their families are still intact. So what I'm saying is their whole family structure is still intact.
Can't say that
their whole family structure is intact, and that's why the other races are still getting married at a higher rate because they are coming from generations of marriages. Their grandmammy got married.
The family doesn't even function properly without marriage.
Absolutely. But what I'm saying is, we got into the point in society where people want the party and not the actual marriage.
I'm saying we can't even get to a part where we said, well, how long should a person even think about, how long should it take before you get married? Because that can't even be like a question that we ask because our society don't even look at it as something that we supposed to do. Like,
I think everybody I think most women want to get married.
You really believe that?
Hell yeah.
They don't say that out their mouth.
Yeah, they want to get married.
Their conduct don't display that either.
Yeah, they want to get married.
It's a certain action. I would say some women want to get married or they can see the benefit. But I also believe that some women.
I think majority women want to get married.
I think that some women understand the value of marriage after they have already played their cards and like the best of what they have to offer has already left the building. Like their beauty ain't the same.
They stayed in the game too long.
The bodies counts real high. The stuff that makes a person would make a man want to actually claim you on a level of being
So I got
his
a question.
wife.
I got a question for you though, right? So you saying that marriage in our culture, like the black culture, is we're not getting married, right?
For the most part.
For the most part. Who asks who to marry who?
Who should?
No. Who asks who to marry who?
The man asks the woman.
So if we not getting married, whose fault is it?
It's the woman's fault. Because she's
so
not.
Marriage is not happening. Marriage.
I thought you was going to ask me, like, you know,
if marriage,
the reason why I said that. The reason why I said that is because a man shouldn't just marry you because you're a woman. You should display a certain kind of action that makes him want to marry you. And women in this society don't display marriage qualities. It ain't something when a man see you, he not sitting there thinking.
So who's the leader of these women that are not displaying women marriage qualities? Who's leading these women?
I don't know. It's in
not the men.
A man can't lead a woman in everything, bro. Like
we have to take responsibility for society.
Listen what you
We're
asked
talking about
watch
society,
watch
right?
this then. No. This is what you asked me. Who is the leader that leads women to put their bra on in the morning? What man does that? What man is the leader that leads the woman to put her bra on in the morning? That right there is out of our control. Certain things.
Who brought her to this earth? Let's go to the beginning. I think that. Where's her daddy? Why don't she have any morals?
Because
she don't have a daddy.
You know why? You know why she don't have a daddy?
And the problem starts at a man.
Because
how did she get here?
Oh man,
out the balls of a man.
All right, listen, bro.
Creation start with us. We got to take responsibility.
No. You can't be responsible for everything. That's crazy what you're saying. Like you just said, your point is we shouldn't get married, and then in the next sentence you talking about where's her dad? He ripping and running the street because he ain't gotta be responsible for a family because it's cool not to be married.
So then who's at fault?
So listen, bro. What you asking me is if I wanted to go to a car lot and buy a car, right? And it ain't no cars on the lot, it's my fault because there ain't no cars on the lot, or is it the person who is supposed to be presenting the car, the dealer? Is it their fault? Like at the end of the day, right? Women have a response. You letting them go too. I don't know where this attitude came, but you're letting them go. At the end of the day, women have to stand up to women's stuff, and men have a part that they have to play. Like I get it that men is the leaders and this and that and the other, but I'm not gonna lie to you. You're not going to tell me just because I'm a man. You're not going to no. You
can't just sit there and just always be like, they fucked up. So
you gonna go out here and marry a straggler just because she a woman because you want to be the leader?
No.
See, I forgot you the one that say I can take a hoe and make her house like so. Like I understand.
I can lead a hoe out the desert.
But guess what?
I sure can.
Everybody ain't no pimp. I'm not a pimp. I can't lead that.
I can get that hoe in order.
Nah. Man.
Send your hoe over here. I get it right. I have her acting right. I send her back the right way. Man, I promise you that.
I could swear
when she get back to you,
we rewind this tape, right? I could swear that I heard somebody say like, "I gotta talk, you gotta let me talk." Right?
Go ahead, finish.
You gotta kind of go back and forth, right? Everybody not no pimp. Everybody don't even want to be no pimp. Like so, when I'm saying it, this is what I'm trying to say, right? That's what I'm trying to say. At a certain point, right? We gotta come together on some type of common ground and make things really make sense. Leader, not leader. Women have to present themselves in a certain manner where a man even want to approach them from that aspect. I'm not trying to sit here and meet a woman because she halfway look cute or whatever, and now I gotta spend the next 10 years of my life training her how to be a wife just with the thing that I might marry her. No, bro, that don't make no sense. And you losing points for that. Sitting there, we can't defend everything. Like at the end of the day, a woman has to present herself in a certain manner so that, like, if you had like a rack of wholesome dudes, wholesome women out here that was displaying high feminine qualities of what it takes to be like a good woman, and you had men that was out here that was slacking on their pimping.
Go ahead, finish.
If you had men out here that's don't want to go to work, don't want to take care of the responsibility of maintaining and protecting. Now, look, I'm a Muslim, right? I'm a Muslim. A man's job in Islam, right, is to maintain and to protect. The word maintain is what we're gonna hold, where I'm gonna talk about. Maintain. To maintain something is to keep it where it is at least, right? That means a woman has to be on a certain level. And as a person that's saying, look, I don't want you to work, I don't want you to do this, I want you to be my joint, I have to be able to maintain her on the level that I met her. Meaning she has to have quality already that is like it's who she is and how she made. You can't sit here and say, I'm gonna maintain a flat tire. No, you have to put air in that tire, and I'll keep the pressure where I felt it. Like we look, I get it that men, we haven't been the best leaders. Right, okay, cool. But instead of keep talking about what we ain't done, tell me, what is we doing to fix the problem? What is we doing to make it better? Because we could sit here and talk all day about things that ain't happened. Okay. The men in the past, including ourselves, I guess, have not been good leaders, right? Okay, now, as a good leader, you deem yourself to be a good leader, right?
Wonderful.
Okay, good. So help us to understand how we gonna lead these, because you said you can lead them this place and that
out
place. So what is lead them out the desert? Show us what is the first, the second, and the third thing that need to happen, because women need to be being married. They need to be married. Women need the protection of a man. They need the guidance of a man. They need the understanding that a man is the leader. So we have to step up and start leading. So tell me, what is the first three things that you think that a woman should do to make a person who is equipped to lead them to even want to pick her to want to lead them?
I can't do that.
No,
I can't tell you what a woman. I can't tell you what a woman got to do.
The way you just talking about, the way you just
talk for the last 10 minutes.
I'm trying to show you
the next 10 minutes.
I'm trying to show you how it feels.
Go ahead.
Last thing, right?
You got to get to your point. You're talking the last 10 minutes.
Okay.
And if you can't make your point inside of 10 minutes, you're rambling.
All right, go
ahead.
But
go ahead, finish.
Not good. I'm rambling. Go ahead.
But now I'm gonna respond to that. Every woman is not the same woman with every man. It's certain stuff that guy will go for.
We just need one example. We don't need.
You gonna come here? Go ahead, finish. It's the Polo Show. Go ahead.
No, it's the I Show. But look, it's people that's looking for an answer, and you generalizing. I just need one example. We're not talking about 100 women. Give me one problem and fix it. We don't want to all the women across the world. And some of them
so much.
So just give us the answer.
It's hard.
What is three things? I'm the one asking the question, right? I'm asking you.
Answer the question.
What is three things that women can do to make themselves more approachable for a man to want to even marry them? This is clear.
What are three things that women can do to make men want to approach them?
To make themselves more approachable for marriage, not to if I meet you at the gas station, hey, Shawty, what's your name? No, I'm in a relationship or however. What is three things that a woman can do that make a man want to marry? Because marriage is off the table because the quality of woman to me is not marriage at a standard where a man would want to be stuck with you or do a bid with you or do time with you or be in a relationship forever. You don't give me forever vibes, sis.
So which women are you talking about?
I'm just speaking in general.
In general. So you saying in general, most women are not marriage material?
In our community? Right now?
Community.
I'm not saying that they can't be, but I'm saying they don't come out. I don't see it for the most part, but I'm not talking about every woman, but for the most part, no.
Are the men marriage material?
What okay, listen to this. I don't know what does a man have to do to be considered marriage material? Because only thing I see is that he need to have a higher power, something that he follows that's greater than himself. So he has to be a hard worker. It don't really mean he has to have a lot of money, but he do have to get up and try to make an honest living every day, and he has to be able to have the mindset to that whatever he makes, that is not per se for me, it's for the foundation of the family. And if you can do them two things, then yeah, a man should be able to be married. Yeah.
So it's only a man's quality.
I'm saying
two things.
No, I'm saying
so a man only has to have two things to be able to be married. So he's got to serve a higher power. And what was the other?
And I say serve a higher power because you have to have someone where you're going to lead them.
What was
you can be a leader
one?
running around in a circle. You have to be able to.
What was the other one?
You have to be able to give the woman direction. So that's why I said God, right? Mm-hmm. And then you have to have the thing that you're the path. So you have to be at least try to produce some type of finance. That's it.
A hard worker and follow God.
Follow God first.
Okay.
Because listen, if the woman can have more money than you, right? And she's not really making money her God or her ruler or the thesis of her happiness, right? And then money becomes off the table. It's because as long as you have God as the guidance and you want to, maintain and protect her, as far as like you got some women out here that they don't need your money, bro. They don't need your money, right? Like literally don't need your money. But what you have to offer them, you have guidance, you have knowledge of different things that because women like knowledgeable men. Right? Mm-hmm. Women like men that can teach them something, right? Mm-hmm. So, like, if it's more that you can bring to the table than just money. We can't get past the fact that money. It's so much other stuff to talk about, but in relationship, if you ain't got $1, you not worth nothing. And I beg to differ. So, like, if you sitting there saying what it would take for men to be equipped to marry a woman, to be marriage material, is not a whole lot, right? I just said 2. I was asking you, give me 3. Give me 3 things that a woman could do, because at the end of the day, this is called changing the narrative. So, not just sitting here going back and forth. We have to come up with solutions or a solution, you know what I'm saying, to allow people to, we can start building.
Right. So you want 3 things that a woman can do. I don't know. I can't tell you what a woman can do because I lead women.
Lead us in the direction of what you would do if you had 3 sisters and they came to you, look, your blood sisters, and they said, big bruh. See, I said sister because you can't hump on them, right?
Right, guys.
All right, cool. Bruh, what is it that I can do to make myself...
If I wanted to get married, what are the things that I should do? I think a woman should just be herself and be the best person she can be.
That's the same thing twice.
Listen, you go ahead, tell me what I think.
I'm listening.
Go ahead.
Be herself.
Be yourself, be the best that she can be, and maintain abstinence. And if she's being the best that she can be, she'll find her person. The person will come to her. But when they're going out looking for men, I think that's when they go out and find problems.
Do you think that if women close their legs, they would get better quality men?
If they close their... Yeah. No, I wouldn't say they'll get better quality man. They'll get the man that's actually there for more than sex.
And that was my point. That we're looking for solutions. One solution would be if women close their legs, right? And stop making themselves accessible and stop trying to be men. Don't compete with us. We ain't right.
I got a question for you.
What?
Do you think they're opening their legs in hopes to get married?
No. I just think that when they...
So you think when these women are having sex with you, I think when most women
not having sex
not with you. I think when most women are having sex, usually women are going to have sex with men that they could see themselves with. And I think they're giving themselves away before...
What you mean give themselves... when you say... I'm asking a question. When you say that they can see them...
You asking a question in the middle of me talking, so because I never get to finish a thought.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I'm listening. I'm listening because there's not no sense in talking if I get stuck. I don't understand what you're saying. I'm saying, you saying are they laying down with men that they have that they want to be with, or they just laying down with dudes because they want to enjoy themselves today or tomorrow?
They're laying down in hopes of relationships. I think they're laying down figuring like, all right, maybe I can get this dude. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to give him some pussy. You know what I'm saying? And they're hoping for a long-term relationship and sometimes that don't happen, or sometimes they'll give it up. But I think in the back of their mind, it's like they're always in, like, I can see myself with this person. With men, what we do, we're just very simply trying to have sex. And they're trying to guess which nigga actually like me and which nigga's just trying to fuck me.
So you saying that these women is having sex and they not even in relationships?
Yeah, of course.
Because they having sex just to get in a relationship.
I think they're doing it with hopes of being in a relationship. I think any girl that's giving you some pussy, she like you enough that she's hoping like, oh, hopefully we'll be in a relationship soon. I think they're doing it with the hopes of it. And there's something, they're getting the short end of the stick.
I think
we're coming and fucking them and not marrying them.
I think that if women took the time out and...
Do you actually think niggas out here trying to get married? You think niggas out here looking for women to like, yeah, I'm trying to marry this joint? Or you think niggas out here trying to get some sex?
They trying to get sex.
Okay.
But I also...
So then that goes back to my other point. If niggas out here just trying to get sex, who's asking who to marry?
Men.
So we ask them to marry.
Right.
So if our culture and we're not getting married and we're the ones who pop the question, how is it on them that we're not getting married, or they're not acceptable enough? They're doing what they think we like.
I'm saying women have to be held to a standard.
The only way we can hold them to this standard is to not fuck on them.
Women have to be held to a standard that
you gotta hold them to the standard.
Women have to be held to a standard that only women can be held. Like the norm has to be made within their community that this
I'm gonna say it like this. If we was like, if we started saying like, yeah, I'm actually going out there I'm not trying to have sex. That's
not how it works, bro.
If I'm not, no, they're having sex with us, and we're not trying to marry them.
The whole point getting missing is just being misconstrued. Like I'm saying, like women can't just be like, oh, because I'm a man, I'm the leader, so that no matter what she does dumb and fucked up, it's cool because she's been led improperly. Like that's weak and that's an excuse. That's definitely weak because at the end of the day, women are some very strong creatures. They are very intelligent.
Stronger than a man?
You ever had a man hump on you? You ever push the baby up?
No.
Yeah, I'm saying they strong.
They stronger than a man?
I'm saying they're very strong.
Stronger than a man?
And in some aspects, yes.
Okay, so then maybe they should be leading you.
No, I'm just saying what I'm saying is, who teach a woman how to be a woman? A man?
No, her mother. But who leads? Who leads the woman?
The man.
Okay.
And
this is a good topic. So what's acceptable for the woman I'm having sex? I want the woman that I come to marry. I would like my daughter to act just like her. So if I go impregnate a woman that I don't want my daughter acting like, whose fault is this society? Who's at fault for the society? Who's impregnating all these women that we don't like? Who's teaching these young hoes?
I think who's teaching these is giving women an out to act to be weak, because you're saying that she can go out here and be seductive and
when I go outside.
Remember all this? Remember this?
When I go outside and I see a woman and she's being seductive and she got her ass shaking, she doing all this, I say she ain't got no father, or the nigga or her man is a sucker.
When I'm saying
that's the way I see it.
What I'm saying is, I feel like men is giving women an outlet to just do any reckless thing because we supposed to be the leaders. But I don't see men leading, and I don't. And to be honest with you, I see why women have to be strong, and have to walk around and be and protect themselves because men can't even get it together to know that certain things we are not responsible for. Like at the end of the day, I'm not responsible for certain.
You're not responsible for women in this society.
I'm not responsible for actions that women do under certain things. No, I'm not. I'm not, and I don't lead that. I don't stand for it. I don't think it's right. But if she does it, right, I don't see nobody checking it. It's more easier to say, that's make some weak excuse than to check it.
I say we encourage the behavior because we're still having sex with them.
I think we encourage.
Encouraging the behavior because every time we encourage every time you go up your timeline,
who should know that marriage is more important, women or men?
Men.
So, as a man, do you think marriage is important?
Not to me.
But you're sitting here saying you're one of the leaders on this earth, right?
Yeah.
All right, so if marriage is important and us as men supposed to do whatever it takes in your mind to get yourself to understand the importance of marriage, is so much so that you don't just speak on it, that you start moving towards it. Because when you sit here and say marriage is important, and then in the next sentence say, but I don't stand for it. Let me tell you something. This is kind of confusing. Like, how can a person follow your lead?
Listen, I feel like any girl, most of the girls that I've ever been with, I could have married them if I wanted to. But it's just not something that I wanted. But
why is marriage not important to you?
To me, because I just don't like the contract, and I just don't like that. I just don't like feeling like.
Do you think marriage will ever be important to you?
No, I like the bond. I want to live. I want to have a long lasting relationship.
So like as you get older, how old are you now?
35.
You at a good age. When you about 55 and your bones ain't working as good.
Hopefully, I'm still with the woman that I was with. With at 35.
And so
we don't have to be married
because you don't want to be married. Do you think that she want to be married? And is that fair to her?
We've already had these conversations.
But
she
the
don't
conversation,
care to be married.
But because she know how you feel.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm leading the outfit.
Okay, all right. So listen.
But takes on my thoughts and my beliefs.
Are you guiding her correctly?
Yeah, we've been going.
We're not talking about what you've been doing. We talking about the future.
Yeah, our relationship is not perfect. It's great.
So why would a woman want? See, like women look for that closure. So you think are you being fair? Are you giving her any expectation that her happiness can count at any point in time, or is this got to be about your happiness?
It's gotta be, I'm leading this outfit, Facts. And this is what I say we do, and this is what we're doing.
Facts. Now, does her feeling count for anything?
Yeah, they do.
So if she was to have
you're trying to put feelings on her that she don't want.
Okay, I'm just saying, for an example, if she wanted to be married and she said, could it be a real thing to you?
If she told me she wanted to be married, she gave me an ultimatum. Is that what you're asking?
I don't think that nobody should give a person an ultimatum, because at that point you're also letting me know that you're ready to leave me. Right. So I'm not saying ultimatum. Just generally speaking, we're not beefing.
If she came to me and was like, "Man, I want to get married,"
I'd not even today. I don't want to put the pressure on you, Big Zaddy. I don't want to put the pressure on you, right? But this is something that in the future that could you bring your mindset to working towards?
I couldn't, because my heart wouldn't be in it. I know that I'd be just doing it because that's something she wants.
That's part of being a man, making sacrifices. It's not all about emotion. Sometimes as men, we do things that we don't feel like it's that we want to do, but we do it because it's the right thing. That's the difference. Like when I say about logic from
sometimes emotion. We get locked into situations and end up cheating on our wife and destroying families.
All right, because you want to stick your joint in somebody else. It does not take away all the good stuff that marriage brings. And I'm quite sure that if she could deal with you piping somebody else down and not married, Then why can't she have
then that means I don't believe in this institution of marriage. If I'm going to go step outside of my marriage.
So do you?
So that's not what I believe.
Do you believe in the institution of your relationship? Period.
My relationship is my relationship.
All right, so your relationship can the same way
marriage stipulates you're not supposed to be stepping out.
Who said that?
Who said that?
Because you can make your own
vows.
Your vows, right?
Right.
So in your vows, it don't have to.
I don't think a woman was going to want to get married and be like. I don't think a woman's going to want to get married and be like, but in my vows, I'm gonna say, but I'm gonna still cheat on you. What's the point of us getting married?
No, you can't say what you think a woman gonna do because you gotta ask them to see.
What's the point of getting married if I'm still gonna cheat?
Because most of the time when a woman get in a relationship with a man, she think that you might go out here and hump on somebody else, but that don't stop her from being in a relationship with you. So why can't she have the choice of saying, all right, well look, you might step out, but you are worth building an investment forever with. Is it important to you that if you had a child, that your child seen not just the mother and the father, but the husband and the wife, the institution?
I could see myself getting married if I had children.
That's all I was trying to say.
Just to give my mother the same last name.
The what?
Same last name.
All right, for whatever reason, it don't make you less than a man. You ain't gotta do that with me. We saw you do it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
What I'm saying to you is like, for whatever reason. No, whatever reason.
I don't think I would want to be forced into a marriage.
But I'm just saying, like, see, this is the problem with leadership. See, when we can't sit here and say leadership, but we talk about we don't want to make sacrifices. See, because what you're doing is you're putting emotion in a place where logic should be there. Logically, of course.
Okay.
Yeah, I had more than one wife at one time. I'm a Muslim. So, yeah, I mean, so that having more than one woman ain't really a problem. It's the responsibility of and being a true leader.
Are you still married?
Of course.
To both women?
No, I got a divorce someone.
I got a question for you. So you got divorced. Do you feel like that failed marriage was not your fault, but as the leader of that outfit, do you take responsibility for that failed marriage?
I can't say that I take responsibility because the situation was the situation. It didn't mean because...
So you won't take responsibility, but you will be the leader?
Listen to this, bro. You can't back me in the corner unless you want to hear the answer. Okay. So, like, listen. It right and wrong... because something didn't work, that don't mean it's automatically my fault. Is that what you're trying to say? No, because I'm the man, it don't mean it's automatically my fault, but it don't mean it's automatically their fault. It just means it didn't work. That's it. Just like in any other kind of relationship.
So then you weren't the leader?
Yeah, I was the leader.
So now, as the leader, you don't take responsibility for the relationship?
No, I don't take responsibility for stuff that's not my fault. No. Just because I'm the leader, no. You can't say, this is not like a football game. You can't say, oh, well, we lost and, it's my fault. No, it wasn't my fault.
I feel like
Listen to this.
As a good leader, I would take responsibility.
Okay, so like if you was married, and this definitely didn't happen to me, but if you was married, and for the sake of the conversation, and you had a wife and she went out here and fucked 20 niggas yesterday, right? But you did everything, that would be your fault?
You know what I did?
Weird. No, for that. Don't say things that just
sound weird. I didn't even give you an answer, bro.
No, because
that means you just really want to talk. You don't even want to hear what I got to say.
I want to hear what you got to say.
You just responded to something I didn't even give you an answer for.
All right, go ahead.
So you answer me the question again, please.
I'm saying, if you was in say like you was married and you went out here and say like your wife went to a party the night before and say she got drunk. She ain't even mean to. She just got drunk. She don't drink. Say she don't drink. She's out her element. She got here for 20 niggas, right? And that
I'm wrong.
Look. That
I'm wrong because that's just a wild. But I'm wrong. No, I'm wrong for putting that team together. And that team was doomed for failure. And I fucked up and put a fucked up team together.
No, say she's a good ass woman, right? She's a fucking. She is no. Listen, what I'm saying. Because I'm the one creating it. Because I'm trying to show you something. It don't have to make sense. It's a scenario. All I need you to do is answer it or don't answer. Right?
So the scenario don't gotta make sense.
It gotta make sense. Look, if you want to be right, see, because sometimes what we do as men is more important to be right than to or to look in a certain act than to actually be right. Right? I'm saying that because I'm the leader does not mean that everything falls on me. No, it doesn't. It's like if
I wouldn't want to be on your team
because your understanding of how a lot of shit don't work. It's not. Is maybe we have different understanding. It don't mean that what I'm saying is wrong. I'm saying it that because I'm the leader does not mean everything is my fault, bruh. Listen to this. You had prophets and all kind of people out here that was leading their people, and their people went astray. The people that go astray is not the leader. That is not his problem because he's doing what he can. We all can make our own decisions for ourselves. Like, I can't make you do anything. I can only show you the right way. If you don't choose the right way, how is that my fault?
A leader is what we're talking about, right?
I led you correctly. If you chose to go that way.
If you have a herd and I have a herd, you have 45 sheep, I have 45 sheep. I get all 45 sheep home. You get 20 sheep home. Who's the better leader? Or all those 20 sheep just fucked up?
What happened? Did a wolf come?
See?
Because at the end, no, you gotta understand.
It don't matter if the wolf came. I killed the wolf. It don't matter what happened.
All right, well,
I got him home.
You might be a.
You didn't get your.
You might be a better hunter than me, bro. That don't make you a better leader.
What makes me a better leader is I got all the sheep home. The results, the ending results, is what make me a better leader.
All right, cool. I don't know how that helps and what we're talking about because at the end of the day, you sitting here and acting like no matter what a woman do, it's the man's fault, and I truly disagree with that. That's all I'm saying.
So if you out, I don't know. I blame the man. I ain't gonna lie.
You blame the man no matter what.
Yes, no matter what. I blame the leader.
You the nigga. If I come into a room, nigga, it's a woman right there and it's a man right there, and you the judge. As soon as they walk up, this nigga going to jail regardless for no other reason than he got an opinion. Because why? He's the leader. You ain't even trying to hear it out. The man is not always wrong. And I'm first one to say that it's a rack of clowns and bum niggas out here. I never defend niggas as much as I'm doing right now. But at the end of the day, women are not right just because they women.
I'm not telling you that. What I'm telling you is this. I done been with girls and she'll carry him like she carry him. She won't carry me the same way.
I'm saying this.
Niggas just not leaders, bro.
I'm just saying this, right? The object for a relationship should be marriage. To build a strong community, we need people to get married. Right. I'm not saying go out here and marry the first person you see because that's a girl, and if it goes wrong, then, don't separate yourself from them because you the leader, so once you don't, it is... No, I'm saying that women have to step up and pull and do their part to make men be able to feel good about when they do their part. I don't think that a man should go out here and just marry a woman because she's a woman. But I do think that if you come across women who are who have good standard women quality and they're worth marrying, and we as a whole as men can say, dang, she is worth somebody marrying, then if we can all agree that, I don't think that the fear of marriage should be so grand in our heart and in our community that woman be walking around and we scared to get married because it's not the thing to do. That's all I'm saying.
I'm saying if we not getting married, if we're the holder of the key to marriage, and us as a culture is not getting married, and we pop the question, it's going to be hard for me to ever say that, like, oh yeah, women is the reason we ain't getting married.
Listen to this. You clearly said earlier that men are the leaders, and right. and you in the next sentence you said that we should get married, and then the third sentence you said, but you're not going to get married and you didn't really give us a thing outside of like, personal selfishness, because you just love yourself more.
I just
cool. And if that's the way men thinking, I don't think that you or a man that thinks like that have the right to call themselves a just leader, because you're not willing to make a sacrifice. And with men walking around making calls decisions and actually leading, but not being qualified to lead or to.
There's a lot of dudes out there who want to step up and be leader, but don't accept the consequences of the leader. Do you know, like, if you lead the nation, and the nation fails, bro, they're gonna blame the leader.
Okay, but
You're
you know
the
what
leader.
else? If the nation is at war with another group, another nation, and they have no leader, then that's even worse. I would rather lead a nation and fail than sit there and be walking around and not have no leader, and then we truly get crushed. Like if failing is what you fear, then you're not equipped to be a leader, because that is part of what it takes.
So leaders shouldn't accept responsibility for failing?
But I listen to this. Yeah, if it's on him, listen. I feel like if you can't point out the problem, say, oh look, this is good, this is the problem. If you don't have the wherewithal to point out and say that woman, for example, is the problem because she's not doing this, that, and the other, you can't fix it, because take her out and get another one who can better suit the situation. But if I'm sitting here saying, though, she did something wrong, but it's my fault, then that means the problem can't never get fixed. Like, we have to be able to pinpoint what the problem at, and not just make it a male-female thing, but make it, wherever the problem, I do think that a majority of the problems in our community stem from men and the lack of being men. But when we talk about a woman and her being the problem, right? We can't sit here and give her a pass just because she's a woman. Because to be all actuality, women stronger than us, because we got our game from our woman, our name from our woman,
Hold on.
our style from a woman, our heart from a woman.
Okay.
So, like, when they do something messed up, trust me, they the one taught us how to be men. Go ahead. I mean,
Do you feel like the natural order is God, man, woman, child? You feel like that's the natural
the
order?
natural order, yeah.
Okay. God over man, man over woman, woman over child?
Right.
Right. Okay, so if I come into a room and my wife or my woman is in there with my child and things are in a disarray, right? Me as a man, I'm gonna come in there, I'm not gonna yell at the child. I'm not, because the woman is supposed to be leading this. She's the leader of the child. So whatever's going wrong in here, no, she didn't knock the crayon box over. But were you watching the child when the child was knocking the crayon box over? No, she's not there. She didn't do that. But she's the leader of this outfit. So when I come in the room, I'm going to come to the leader. If you go into a classroom and the kids, oh yeah, they're bad kids. But if you got teachers who know how to teach a class and you got teachers who don't, you go to the leader. That's just how it works. You have to accept responsibility if you're leading an outfit. So if we can't sit here and say our women are fucked up without accepting the responsibility for them being fucked up.
We cannot blame ourselves for stuff we didn't do, period. At the end of the day, I'm more upon fixing the problem than just talking about who. Instead of talking about who threw the rock and bust the window, okay, the window is busted. You know, whether we find out who the culprit is or not, the window is broke. I'm more of where I'm at in life. I'm more on who know the number to the window people to fix. So like when we talking, I'm more there than want to sit. And at the end of the day, in order for the problem not to happen again, this is why I gotta know who threw the rock. Not because I even care. I have to say, look, don't throw the rock. I'm not going to sit here and tell him not to throw a rock and bust the window when she was the one who done it because he's a boy. That don't make no sense to me. Whoever threw the rock is the one I want to talk to, and in that situation, it would have been her. So she's the one that I need to discipline and I need to correct, not the boy because he's a male. That's weird to me. That's when I said that was weird. That's what's weird. Yeah, I'm saying, like, because he's the leader, right? He should get his ass whooped. for her throwing the rock. That's crazy to me. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, I can't stop her from everything she know. I'm living my life, she living her life. Like, at the end of the day, where I'm at is, he need to be corrected if he done something wrong. She need to be corrected if she done something wrong. If she's corrected and taught of the right way.
I got a question for you. So you don't think we're encouraging women's behavior?
I believe we are. I do.
So you do believe we're encouraging the behavior?
For the most part, yeah.
Do you think men are going out there looking for holy women?
Yeah, when you talking about being in a relationship, if you see, is you talking about somebody for the night or you talking about for somebody for life? What the question is broad. Yes, a man is looking for a holy woman, but he also looking for a whore.
No, I'm talking about the men in this society, like the men in this black men. You think when they go out Friday night, they're like, yeah, I'm about to go out and try to
when
find
you
my
go
wife.
out Friday night, you don't have it.
Do you think the men of this society are saying, I'm about to go out and try to find my wife tonight?
You hear what you asked them? You asking me to be dumb. I can't do it. This is what I'm trying to say. So if I'm going out tonight, I'm not looking for a wife. I'm looking for a good time.
Right. And then in that, I think, like I said,
if I'm looking for a good time, then I'm gonna find a woman that's gonna give me a good time. Mm-hmm. If I'm looking for a life partner, then I'm gonna be pursuing a life partner. They are not the same situation.
You think men are going out actually pursuing a life partner? Like, you think, honestly, you know what I'm saying, black men is going out like, yeah, I'm actually going out looking for a life partner? That or are we having sex and ending up in situations?
I think that we don't have a lot of options. So we take what we get. That's what I believe.
We don't have a lot of options as far as what?
Whether you're looking for a life partner or somebody just has sex with tonight, you want to have sex with both of them. So take sex out of it, right? You don't have a lot of options. I'm not trying to make a life with a woman who don't respect herself enough to do certain things that I think women should do. But I also know that as long as men walk around and say that this is cool, and she could be walking around delusional, thinking that is, you know.
What's encouraging her behavior? What's making women keep shaking their ass? The likes, the attention. Who's giving them the likes? Who's giving them the attention?
At the end of the day, this has been a beautiful podcast. I know at some point it started out a little slow, but y'all can see that since we is not holding no punches. And at the end of the day, this is going to be a conversation that we're going to talk about over and over and over again. I just want y'all to stay tuned into
Cool as I want to be.
And I'm World War Polo, and y'all have just tapped into changing the narrative.
Your YouTube. Oh, you forgot to do your YouTube. The YouTube. You cut it.
He can edit it.
Oh, yeah. My YouTube, cool content. Like, subscribe, share, show some love.
And y'all can check in with me on World War Polo on Instagram. Cool as I want to be on Instagram. And World War Polo is the YouTube channel. Appreciate y'all for tapping in. We got big work on our way. Y'all stay abreast. We got a new movie, The Kickback. We want to give a shout out to M.I. Bag. Shout out to Milano.
Lona.
Shout out to Lona. Shout out to Hustle 5 Ways. Y'all need the best video crew, One Up Entertainment. Tap in. We doing it big.
Want to do your podcast? Come on, live Hustle 5 Ways. They got all your needs.
Any questions that y'all want us to talk about, leave it in the comments. We out of here.